girly puffs. This is my not trying too hard holiday glam makeup look. It's perfect for Christmas Eve, which is today, or New Year's Eve, or any holiday you have coming up. Honestly, you can change the colors a little bit, but I would rock this for every holiday. It's the perfect look. Let's get into it.
I would definitely recommend starting with clean, moisturized skin. So do whatever skin prep you need to do. Give it enough time that it has dried in between before you're going to go in and apply your makeup. I like to start with my eyebrows because I think they kind of frame my face. And if I do need to go in and clean up with some concealer or foundation afterwards, I can. I'm going to be using a red eyeshadow, an angled brush with a spoolie on the other side. I brush up my eyebrows. I create a lot of small hair-like strokes to fill them in. I try and follow the shape I already naturally have, but if you want, you can look up eyebrow shapes. You can make them more straight. You can add more tails. You can do whatever you want. I am trying to use up the products that I have. Before I wanted to go in with my foundation, I wanted to do a quick little liner of the eye because I am smoking it out with an eyeshadow. I showed you I'm going in with this dark chocolatey brown color. I think it complements my green eyes really well. If you wanted a darker color, go just for straight matte black. You could go for purples, reds, any color you want. You can totally change it. Now I have green eyes. I forgot to tell you, I have dry skin naturally, so I did put on a good thick moisturizer. If you want, you can use primers. This is something in the new year I am going to be experimenting with because I have used them in the past, but I do think it was just an extra step, and I think maybe having better skincare, but I'm going to test it because I have been told with my dry skin, try some primers out. I ended up loving today's look, and I just used a setting spray. You'll see that in a minute, but anyways, back to the look we're doing. I wanted a very glam but easy to do eye look, and I love golden tones. Now, gold would look good on everyone, brown eyes, blue eyes, but if you have a favorite color, a favorite eyeshadow, use that one. I like to use my finger because it's just a light wash on the eyelid. We're starting with the eyes here. That's why I have my smoked out eyeliner. I like to use the eyeshadow because you can go in light and you can darken it up. You can smoke it out. I'm focusing most of my darkness, winging it out on the outer corner and lifting my eye up. You can choose to have your wing go straight out, downwards, upwards, whichever way you want. The best foundation, in my opinion, is actually not even a foundation. It's a CC cream. It's the It Cosmetics CC cream in Illumination. If you don't have dry skin, go for the original. If you do love a super glowy, like almost think Illumination drops, but these don't break you out. Literally the only thing on earth that doesn't break me out is this freaking It Cosmetics CC cream. It is pricey. I tried the e.l.f. one. It kind of duped it, but it ended up breaking out my skin. I do think It Cosmetics could work on their color range. So It Cosmetics, hello queen. I love your Bye Bye Under Eye. I love your CC creams, but please work on your shade ranges. We need a little bit lighter and we definitely need darker colors. Okay, back to the makeup. I am applying it with my hands. I do think that this helps because the warmth of your hands is the best thing you can use anyways. I need to wash my brushes and sponges, but even if they weren't dirty, I would probably be doing this for the special occasion anyways because you can really get in all those creases under your eyes. You're not pushing your skin too hard. You're just gently tapping any extra product. So you're moving it, making sure there's nothing in the creases under your eyes, around your nose. It Cosmetics CC cream is a foundation. It does have SPF, but not all SPF causes flashback. No spooky flashback, Mary. Because only physical sunscreens, think zinc oxide, titanium oxide, those thick, white, cakey sunscreens, that is what is going to cause a flashback. It Cosmetic is a chemical, so it's not going to cause a flashback. This is new information. I really did not know that. So even for my brother's wedding, I wanted to wear this, but I wore a foundation. You can totally wear this. I've worn this in pictures and I've always wondered, why doesn't it flashback? Do a little bit of research. It's actually really interesting, but I just told you all the information. So there you go. Once we have a good solid cover of the SPF, I like that not only is it making my skin even because I do have a little bit of redness, acne, you saw my chin, but it makes you look glowy, dewy, even toned, and it covers your actual skin so you're getting protection. I love the Benefit tint. I have a couple of different colors. I do think since I have such light lips, I like to apply one, let it dry, and then apply the other. Do make sure you never get this on your teeth. It will stain your teeth. You can use this on your lips. You can use this on your cheeks. You can use this on your nipples. You can use this anywhere you want. That's what it originally was made for. Okay, I'm not a freak. I actually did try it once. It was really cute because I was like, well, if it's originally what it was made for, I should try it. You should try it too. It's kind of fun. I didn't show anyone. Maybe I should have. I showed myself. So do it for yourself. Anywho, the best concealer on earth. You can see I have these 3 red acne spots that I had picked at, so they're like bright dark red. I went back over them with my It Cosmetics foundation, whatever you want to call it, CC cream, and I let it sit so that it kind of dries down almost, and then I rub out the extra. My It Cosmetics Bye Bye Under Eye is a concealer because it's thick, creamy. The pigment is unreal. I use a little bit under my eyes. It gets rid of the purpleness. I blend it out. I use it around my nose, any acne spots I have, any little redness that's poking through. But honestly, the It Cosmetics does a really good job about coverage, but you can see my under eyes are very purple, or I have very red hot. So I am just going to clean up under the eyebrows, under the eyes, kind of it's a little bit of a lighter shade, so kind of bring that high point lightness back into the face because the SPF CC cream was just a wash of one color. So this is adding a little bit more dimension back in because I do want them to create one shade lighter because I'm pale all of a sudden. This winter is getting to me. I am so pale. So less is more for me too. I don't think that having too much makeup makes you look that good. Right now, it being winter, I'm going to get a good cover on my skin. I'm going to skip the bangs because I'm not even going to pull my bangs up so no one's going to see that. I'm going to focus on covering any acne, any spots I have, but blush and a good wing. That's what I'm going for. You can add a little bit of contour, you can add the bronzer, but in the winter, for me and my colors, blushes look better. I think even a black girl getting a really beautiful blush and adding it to those high points, your cheeks, you can add it to your forehead if you don't have bangs, your nose, your eyelids. It really does create that sun-kissed look, but we don't have the sun out right now. Maybe if you live in Florida, you can still apply tons of bronzer, but hello, it actually did snow. Surprise! Anyways, we're gonna make ourselves look like we've been playing around in the snow. I've got my skin touched up, and now we're gonna go on to the blush. I love cream products because I think they blend together so well. They sit on top of my dry skin nicely, and then I use a setting spray and they're perfect. I don't love powders except for my eyes because I think they sit on my eyes. They're not going to move around or go crazy. Speaking of eyes, I need to set my eyebrows. I used the eyeshadow and then I'm just going to go in Brow Getter by Benefit 24 Hour. I love it. I think it holds good. It doesn't add white layers around the outside. You can reapply. You don't even have to reapply. Holds up heavy brows, so I'd recommend it. And going back in with my finger, making sure we have everything blended. Now, I had that blush brush and I love it. I just want to apply like a little freshly blushed where my cheeks naturally look. You aren't going to want to add blush if you don't have blush naturally, right? So like if your face looks stupid with blush, yeah, skip it, whatever. You can add a little bit. You can find a little bit more of an orangier one closer to your skin tone. Using the products you have that match your skin and then just using this technique will be so awesome, okay? So now we're going in with a highlighter to really highlight and illuminate those high points. I love an inner corner pop so much. We're going to go back in with the eyeshadow and top it off afterwards, but obviously we need a top of the cheekbone, a little nose, and Cupid's bow. Don't worry, we'll go back in and blend it. Right now, I just don't know. I think I forgot about it. So I did think, all right, this is a special occasion. I could skip the bronzer, the contour, and just have the blush for the shape of my cheeks because it does help your cheeks pop. But I was like, you know what? We're going official. Let's add a little bit. If you wanted to, you can add the excess from your brush to your jawline, your forehead, your eyes. I'm just going to add the tiniest touch of my bronzer contour. I can always add more, but just a little to start to add a little warmth and a little shape where I naturally have cheekbones. We're using makeup to naturally enhance our face. I'm going back in with even a little more blush because I think the heavier the blush, it just looks very put together, stage ready for me. I love it. I think it's like a gorgeous glam look. I love blush. I love glitter. So this is the perfect look. If you wanted to, you could go in with an actual eyeliner that's black and darken up your eyeliner, go even darker. You can obviously do smoky eyes, crazy eyes, but this is an easy go-to glam look. I'm not kidding you. I could probably rock this on the daily. It's so easy. You could even just skip the wing or skip the highlight, or skip the golden glitter. It's so quick and easy, but makes you feel so fully put together and glam. That's why it's my favorite look right now. Now for one of my favorite parts of all, my eyelash curler. I had to go back to the Dollar Tree and get me a new one. This is the Sassy and Chic. They're not $1 anymore. They're $1.25. Did they change them? I think they might have. It still works really well, but I had my previous one to compare. The pad obviously is ripped. I think they're changing the mechanism and it's not as expensive. It doesn't squeeze as tight. I will say, if you're doing your mascara like me, start at the base when you're curling your eyelashes, curl a few times, and then gently, barely curl the tips. So mostly at the base, curl, and then at the tips, lose it out. Loosely curl them out. I love to hit them with a blow dryer when I'm doing my hair so that they kind of naturally blow dry up. That's another little tip. But this Essence Tubing Mascara, oh my lord, I love her. I recommend her to everyone because she is $5. I don't think it can hurt your pocket to try her. She's lasted me at least 6 months. I asked for another one for Christmas from my mom because I love it so much and I'm getting kind of lower on the one. We did a whole video on this. If you want to see like my beginning, very first thoughts on this mascara, I did an entire YouTube video. You can check it out. But here's one eye without mascara so you can see the real difference. And here's one eye with. This is tubing, so it doesn't flake off, it doesn't chip off, and I am finding that my Tarte one, as it got older or the bottle got lower, it would chip and kind of flake a little bit. the essence is actually even better. There is no chipping at all, and I'm getting towards the bottom. I did want to go back in with a little lip liner. I like to mix them. I just had a couple, like there was a ColourPop, an e.l.f. one, just whatever you have, use it. If you want to know my very top favorite products, I can do that, but this was more just about my go-to glam, the application. After we have the lip liner, we're going to apply a little bit of lipstick, and we cannot forget the most key important part. If you want your makeup to last all day, all night, through a party, through drink, whatever, through crying, the chiropractor, going and getting your hair done, L'Oreal Infallible 36-hour setting spray. Yes, yes, yes. It is hairspray for your face. It does have a scent. The e.l.f. one does work kind of good. It's like an in-between. Then if you want just hydration, add the coconut one. But I literally love this setting spray. I like to use a fan afterwards to kind of set it, and without moving my face. Make sure you're not squinting, moving, or anything. And now your makeup will not budge. You do want to go even darker. Go for a darker lip, a darker cheek, and a darker eyeliner. It's totally an option. You can change all the colors.
Are you ready for the final reveal? Okay, you already kind of saw a little bit at the very intro, but dun, 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 dun. I like to go way more blush heavy in the winter, less contour, because I'm not getting as much like bronzy sun. I'm just pasty pale. All my color is gone. So using oranges, mauve, red, bright colored blushes adds that color back in. You can add that to your eyelids like I did. You can add it to the forehead if you want. I didn't have to do my forehead because of my bangs, obviously, but you can do full things. I did add a little bit of contour like you saw just because it is a glam look. You can go even heavier and darker if you wanted. Like a movie ready makeup for film, because camera does wash a little bit of the makeup off. That was so exciting. This is the final look. I love it because it feels soft but fully put together and done and glam and gorgeous. And it's easy, but it still feels very festive. And I think any outfit you also put could totally change the look too. I've got a fun, my pants are really comfy pants, but I've got a fun sweater on and it kind of If you like today's video, give it a thumbs up. Tell me, what happens when you thumbs up? Because I've noticed some people's, their thumbs up explode into an airplane. Some people's have basketballs. Some people have like little plates with like little forks and plates. Does mine explode into anything? Tell me. And while you're at it, you're down there, click right next to it. Don't forget to subscribe. We are doing so good, y'all. Thank you everyone that's already subscribed. Happy early new year. I'll see you next year. If you have any requests for me in the upcoming new year or any good ideas, I've obviously got my own. Always want to hear what you have to say too, so leave a comment below. I love you so much. Oh yeah, if you like this type of give it a like and a subscribe. I'll see you next week. Bye!